You're listening to the Beat Motel Zine podcast, and we need to warn you that we use words like shit, bollocks, scrotics, fuck, anarcho-syndicalist, and cunt, and we don't normally beep those words out, apart from the word cunt, because we're not total animals. Now, we know as well as you that your children can hear these words on any street in Britain, possibly any street anywhere in the world, but we also appreciate that you may not want to invite these words into your home if you have children or sensitive pets nearby whilst listening to this podcast. So listener discretion is advised. That being said, if your children aren't allergic to hearing words like fuck, shit, buttocks or hind penis, they might learn something from listening to this podcast, although probably not, because the quality of our educational content is quite poor. So there you go, fuckers, buckle in and let's get started. Sound at my front door, it's going to be a review, and I'm getting picked up. I think my lift just went round the corner. Hello. Do you just... We've stopped en route. I'm with... do you want to say hello? You?
Hello.
Well, yeah, say your name as well.
Billy Whizz.
Yay! And I'm also with, not performing tonight, but absorbing?
Absorbing, yes. I'm Matt Shenton.
Also known as?
There are no beds here.
Hey! Now, we like firsts on this podcast. We've stopped en route to gig to squirt some juice up Billy's car, which is a new thing. He pressed a button and Billy's flap popped open. He shoved the big prong in it and it's squirting juice in. How long are we going to squirt juice in, Billy?
10-minute squirt and then we'll be gone.
Ah, love 'em and leave 'em, eh?
Squirt and leave.
Squirt and leave. I'm here with Jay, who's putting on tonight, ExBuryMental. Jay, who's now walking off in the other direction.
Within earshot. Hello. Hello. They don't say hello back, do they? No. You reminded me of that last time.
Jay was on a few weeks ago, not filling in for Sam, but while Sam was doing other stuff. So this is Jay in his natural habitat.
Yeah.
What are you doing now? You're it looks like you're preparing to run away with that. You've got a giant rucksack.
You can fit a lot in here. I've got my beers in here. I've got my coat, should I need it.
Yeah, I brought a coat. Does that sign we're old now?
I've got my signs, yeah. It took me a little while to decide what coat to bring. I went on Met Check to see how warm it's going to be, see if that looked like that's going to be wet or not, and that looked like that'd be dry.
Matt, should we go get some beer?
Yes. Oh, should we wait for Billy?
Oh, yeah, let's wait for Billy.
Billy says he'll be ready in 5 minutes.
Ah. So you're getting the full flavour, the full texture of a night out in Bury St Edmunds Rehearsal Rooms. Well, they've got new stuff in the vending machine. Just want to record some of the ambience here.
Sounds just like him.
Give us some more singing, Callus.
'Cause I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. Fuck off.
I'm not paying my taxes.
It's a lot more low rent than that. Right, so that was Paul Blart's Wet Dream you just heard, and I am here with...
Max Measures. Carlos Roman.
Are they your real names?
Yeah.
They really are?
Yeah.
You're just born with, like, really cool names.
Yeah, some people know me as Barney Gumble. That's my
Well, see, so this guy has been on the podcast before when he was playing the same venue as Barney Gumble with somebody else.
Yeah. This time I was drumming, though.
So I have to ask you a question, Carlos. What's your tuning?
It's drop B flat, which is
B flat?
Yeah.
Sound heavy as fuck.
Thank you very much. The strings are very loose. I can't find the right gauge. To get thicker strings.
Just get heavy. You buy a 7-string set and just use the bottom 6.
Those are 11s.
11s. That's quite light for that heavy sound. But this isn't what we're here about. So that was very, very cool.
Thank you very much.
So how structured was that? Was it kind of free form? Or was it...
The intro we'd rehearsed and then we sort of just practiced going a bit like mentally free flow afterwards.
Yeah.
It worked.
My stuff stopped working like halfway through for a few seconds.
Yeah, you did the right thing though. You kept nodding.
Yeah.
As long as you keep nodding, it's all right.
Keep nodding. They don't know you've
No.
stopped.
So what were your pedals? Did you have a Pog there?
No, I have, it's a Behringer, a Chorus, a Proco Rat, and a Big Muff copy.
Oh, I can't go wrong. Yeah, right. You had a Rat and a Big Muff because
Yeah,
you just want
stacked.
more noise.
Yeah. I want to get stuff like HM2 to get some Swedish tones, but
Oh, very
I
nice.
did have one, but I sold it.
So is this your first gig or you played before?
I've played with him twice.
As Splinters, as an actual band where I'm guitarist and singer, and he's bass player. But
Yeah. I joined in December.
Oh, right. So, God, super new. So far I've seen you play guitar and I've seen you play drums. What's next? Trombone?
can't get the hang of brass instruments.
My Hunky Dory gig is in 2 months. Come to that.
Hunky Dory gig? What? Tell me more.
So basically, I'm just going to spin a Hunky Dory for half an hour.
See, I thought I was thinking the Bowie album, not the Bowie album, Hunky Dory.
No, was it a Hardy Gordy? I'm shit at interviews. I'm really sorry.
No, it's brilliant. You've told us your pedals, you've told us your tuning.
Yeah, I'm bullshitting. Cut this all out. I'm thinking.
What do you think the rest of us are doing?
Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
So, you going to do it again?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, we'll do it.
I haven't got an offer or anything.
Two very different
I just very much enjoyed that. So, well, thanks very much, Paul Blart's Wet Dream. I've got a question for Max.
Yeah.
So, are you working your way through kind of various pop culture names? So, you've had Barney Gumble, Paul Blart. What's next?
Not sure. Could be anything. I like to keep people on their toes.
Look up Bobby Crush. Do you know who that is?
No, might go as Borat next. But
What,
maybe,
with the Mankini?
maybe not. Maybe when I'm older.
Ali G,
Yeah,
Dry Dream.
I do have a friend who has an allergy. costume,
Dry Dream.
so I might need to borrow that.
And you say you're shit at interviews?
Yeah.
Well, I think you've kind of won it with the best band name of the night so far.
Thank you very much. We have to end. Thank you for having us. Paul Blart Wet Dream on Instagram.
Wicked.
Wicked.
Thank you. was Billy Whizz you just heard, who gave us a cleansing audio bath, as Ollie, our friend Ollie and Rufin just said. How the fuck do you do that with bass? That is literally like... I was having to push my earplugs in further because it was making my brain vibrate.
It's funny you say that because I thought it didn't sound right, but I guess when you're the person that makes it and you're preparing it at home in your headphones and you've heard it in a particular way, you try and replicate that. But I think it's just about sounds in making sure they're in the right places. I don't think I do anything particular with bass. I just make sure that area is kept free.
Well, you
it's
also,
just EQ, really.
You were behind the speakers and we were in front of them, and it was the bass was insane.
Yeah.
But also, you're the only person I've seen at any gigs like this where when you put something treble in, you had like some little hi-hats or something come through really, really clearly. Normally everything's really muddy.
Yeah. Again, it sounds boring and it's a really boring answer, but it is just placement of just EQ, basic EQ, making sure that you, even sound selection when you're picking electronic music VSTs, when you're sound designing, you just make sure that you don't have to EQ out stuff that isn't there if it's already gone. It just makes it easy.
I'd like to say that car alarm isn't one of the acts tonight, although it might be.
That would be good, yeah.
No, that was cool as shit. Absolute joy. How much of that was written or how much was improvised?
So the first half of the set was completely improvised. I had my MIDI sequencer, using it like a drum machine, so programming them in as we went, and then I essentially had a VST and mapped all the parameters to my MIDI keyboard.
I love the fact you say "as we went," not "as I went." You make it a really inclusive thing.
Yeah. That's my other. What do you call it? Not ego.
Alter
that's
ego.
Billy Whizz. Yeah.
That's Billy Whizz.
Yeah.
No, that was absolutely awesome. I thoroughly love that. You are the king of bass.
Thank you.
I'm here with Frazer, who we've spoken to before, not for a long time. It was like episode 2 of Beat Motel podcast. But
yeah.
Hello, Frazer. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks very much.
Do you know what? You're always surprising. And I always I never want to ask technically what someone's doing. But I would do that. I would avoid doing that if it wasn't so fucking interesting. What the hell were you doing tonight? You were breathing into something.
Yeah, so at one point I've built a little ring modulator that using an LED as a carrier and my voice as the transformer. So it was some weird beat modulation stuff. Yeah, it was a new thing that I was trying out. That was fun.
So you had a light on stage. Was that a part of it?
Yeah, so I've got this little photon smasher device that turns light into sound. It's basically a solar panel as a microphone, and it means that the LEDs actually flash really fast, and the rate at which they flash translates directly to pitch. So if it flashes 440 times a second, that's the note A. So I had a collection of bike lights and hot tub lights and all this stuff that happened to work together. Hot tub lights? Yeah, the colourful one was a hot tub light, yeah.
Oh, God, what is the process here? I mean, what's the start of the exploration here?
It started with me pulling apart one of those garden lights you get down the path, I took one of those apart and crocodile clipped onto it into an amp.
So somebody somewhere is stumbling down their garden path.
Yeah, basically.
The lights aren't there anymore.
Yeah. And so I did that, and then I was because someone mentioned, you can use solar panels as microphones, basically. And then I just opened that drawer of bicycle lights that everyone has at home, charged them up, and I thought, oh wow, these have pitches and rhythms and timbre, and then went down a whole rabbit hole of building my own lights for a while, which was fun. But I kind of like the weirdness of using just like everyday bike lights.
I think a lot of the stuff I've seen you do is to do with light. So why is light so fascinating?
It's a really good question. I have no idea. I don't know if it's just like...
You can just say it's fun.
Well, I think like, growing up I used to go to lots of arcades and that was always like quite special, going like seeing like the big lights of wherever, you know, like Southend. And I don't know, there's something kind of magical about this whole like translation from light to sound that shouldn't make sense, and yet it does, and it's everyone kind of goes, how is that, what? And so I kind of vibe off that, I guess.
So it's the first time I've seen you use Beats.
Yes, so that's like a new evolution, I guess. I was using the laptop for a while, and I got sick of using the laptop, and then so I sort of went towards the iPad, and now I'm like a mixture of the kind of doorless stuff with like the SK1 and the kind of lo-fi
Casio
stuff.
SK1?
Yes, yeah. That was my sampler keyboard that I was using.
I've got one in my loft somewhere, and it's been missing for like 20 years.
Oh, they're amazing.
Every time my wife goes
much.
into loft, like, can you look my SK1, please?
Dig a bit deeper, it's worth it. It's really amazing. I really love using it so much. So yeah, the beats are all on the iPad, and it's quite sometimes it's other field recordings I've made using that solar panel mic. So those kind of textures come in.
See,
there as well.
you talk about these things in a very kind of technical way, but every time I see you play, it sounds very organic.
Oh, thank you. I feel like it's really evolving over the last year, especially, which has been really fun.
It's been really fast. Like, I saw you at Cuckoo Farms. It must have been a couple of years ago now.
That was last year. Yeah.
Was it
March last year. I'm looking at Kate. March.
Looking for reassurance.
Yeah, March last year when we got back from Canada. Yes, yeah.
That's evolved fast.
Yeah.
Is there an end goal, or are you just sort of seeing where it goes?
I need to pull my finger out and record more, basically. But
Please
no,
do.
Really enjoying it, and just need to like record and release more stuff, basically.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Frazer.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
This is DS Happy Boi. Maybe Stuart Bowditch.
Hi.
You played as Diacritical Mark tonight.
I did, yeah.
And I'm very sorry, but I was looking after someone, so I didn't see it.
No, that's an important job to do. Considering is a person that we know and love, and he needed someone there. So
He did. He was heavier than I thought he'd be.
have you tried to lift a dead weight? I think between us we managed it.
Oh, we did all right.
Yeah.
What do you think of the night? It's been good?
It's always great. I always feel like it's a bit of a cliche, but it's like a family, isn't it? I feel amongst my brethren and made to feel very welcome. And as I was saying to someone before, earlier, Billy Whizz, in fact, he said that it's like ExBuryMental, so it gives you the platform to try new things and to push the boundaries, and that's what we're doing. And actually, everyone does that in their own way, and that all goes off in different directions, but it's all part of a whole, which is a really beautiful thing.
That's a wonderful thing to end on. Thank you very much, Stuart.
You're welcome.
Love you.